Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Scorpio Sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, Scorpio Sun and Libra Ascendant, okay, these two signs are adjacent, so they are, as far as compatibility, this is neutral. This could be something where you have a Scorpio Sun, which is a feminine sign, it's introverted. It can be very secretive, mysterious. Being a fixed sign, it can be intractable, though, as well, and intransigent. It could be a sign that definitely doesn't like to divulge their personal business, very private, introvert. You have a Libra Ascendant, and Libra is a sign that is masculine. It can be gregarious, extroverted, and outgoing, very sociable. One that might be inclined to go to places where people congregate, maybe to parties, and really likes to be that people appeaser. Now, when you have this combination, it's really you have that one. The Libra Ascendant may camouflage and conceal a nature that is more secretive, more mysterious, more willful. Libra rising can have a very charming and diplomatic facade, and this could hide and suppress that Scorpio Sun energy that can be a lot more intense, a lot more about not really being more resolute, a more resolute interior, more, I guess you could say, a little bit more firmer and rigid interior as well. And Scorpio Sun, being co-ruled by Mars, can be somewhat combative, perhaps at times, and there could be action-oriented. You look at the Libra Ascendant, and Libra Ascendant is about negotiation and compromise, and they're very amiable, and they generally don't like strife and discord. However, they can, if Libra Ascendant can abhor injustice, and they could bring that Scorpio Sun emotional intensity out in those, if something where they feel something is not fair or equitable. Now, when you look at the Sun and the Ascendant, the Sun sign can represent our basic wants, and the rising sign or Ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. Now, the Sun in Scorpio, the basic wants can be connected with transformation, regeneration, power, control, getting to the bottom of things, solving mysteries, digging deep, could be through some kind of extensive research. And in sex, well, I understand sex can figure prominently in all 12 zodiac signs, but I think it's a little more pronounced with Scorpio. So I see it as a strong basic want for Scorpio. Now, these Scorpio Sun basic wants may be attained in a Libra way, and perhaps by being charming, by being fair-minded, balanced, finding that maybe transformation / regeneration might come through a partnership, relationship situation. Maybe they bring the power and control Scorpio Sun thing. Maybe they inject that into a Libra type profession. Perhaps maybe it comes forth in something Libra like, such as working in the law somehow, something with justice, something like maybe being a paralegal, attorney, a bailiff, somebody in the court, someone that feels that they can have that certain power and control and apply it through a Libra like thing. Now, this could be also somebody that, if it could be something where with the Scorpio Sun interests may be pursued in a Libra-like manner. Now, we look at this now. Scorpio Sun interests can include psychology, psychiatry, astrology, supernatural, the occult, things connected with police detective work, forensics, and perhaps this can be done in a manner that comes across as a little softer and more passive and more peaceful, because Libra is rising. And it could be somebody, for example, that can work as if this person was like a detective, might be able to get information out of a person and do it in a way where they're not coming across as overly forceful or aggressive. This person will probably be a lot less forceful and aggressive than the typical, and won't come on as quite as strong as the typical Sun in Scorpio, and could be done in a Libra-like way, which could really might be really advantageous for them in a way where they're not coming across as overbearing or overly powerful, and thus maybe can somehow be able to get that information out of the person maybe a little bit better in certain ways than somebody, for example, that was a double Scorpio. Now, anyway, it's also important to look at the aspect that is made, if any, between the Sun and Scorpio and the Libra Ascendant, as this could show whether there is positive integration or not, or if they're not aspected, it might be hard to integrate them, period. And or if there's an adverse aspect, it could be some negative integration. Well, anyway, let's say if you have a sextile or a semi-sextile aspect, let's say for the sextile that somebody has the Scorpio Sun at 29 degrees, and it would be out of sign sextile, Scorpio Sun at 29 degrees and a Libra Ascendant at 2 degrees. Well, that would be positive and auspicious, and this person may integrate the energies a little bit better than the typical person that has this combination. Now, they're still neutral by sign. However, if you have this positive aspect, you can get a better blending and integration with these two energies. Now, in a semi-sextile, let's say that the Scorpio Sun is 15 degrees and the Libra Ascendant is 15 degrees. That I would call slightly positive. It wouldn't be as good as the sextile because it's not as intense, because it is a minor aspect, but similar to the sextile, but just not as strong. Now, let's say if you have a conjunction between the Scorpio Sun and the Libra Ascendant, let's say that the Scorpio Sun is 1 degree and the Libra Ascendant is 28 degrees. Well, this could be intensifying, and it could really show a real it could be a powerful blending of these energies. Now, let's say you can have a semi-square aspect take place. Let's say that the Scorpio Sun is at 22 degrees and the Libra Ascendant is at 7 degrees. That would form a semi-square aspect, which I call slightly adverse, because it's not a major aspect, but it is a negative minor aspect, and you could have some mild feelings, even if this person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, perhaps some feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood, perhaps due to the fact that what they feel is being projected outwardly might be strongly different than what is going on inside, and could lead to some inner exasperation and tension because of that. Now, also, it's important to look at the house placement of the Scorpio Sun, because even though the Libra rising energy may suppress this Scorpio Sun energy to some degree, it could still come out at least somewhat prominently in that particular house that it resides in. Now, let's say that the Scorpio Sun is posited in the first house. Well, this is an angular house, and it could come out fairly prominently, even though the person has a different ascendant, and this person might put this emotional intensity in transformation and in regeneration into matters connected with their outlook on life, and perhaps their appearance and that first impression they give to someone. And because it is an angular house, this energy can be more accentuated than the typical person that would have the different ascendant to their sun sign. Now, let's say the Sun in Scorpio is posited in the second house. This could indicate perhaps the Scorpio Sun resourcefulness might come out in matters pertaining to money and possessions, and maybe even in their own just things of a monetary nature in general, and put a lot of emotional intensity into this and into their values as well. Now, let's say that the Sun in Scorpio is in the third house. Well, this energy may be dissipated to some degree because it is in a cadent house, but this emotional intensity might come out strongly in matters connected with communication and with their siblings. That nature to maybe transform on a positive level might come out perhaps with their siblings if they do have them, if applicable. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having a Scorpio Sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Scorpio Sun and a Scorpio Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Till next time, people, stay well.